Thank you. I'm joined with Steve Emerson, who has been working the phones even as we speak. And Stephen, I just went on the FBI's website. He's not on that list that they've been carrying of most wanted terrorists. Have you heard this name before?
I've seen his picture before. His name has actually been cited in a previous FBI warning issued earlier this year, referencing a Pakistani who they thought came into the United States before 9/11. One of his nom de guerres, or aliases, was Jafar al-Tayyar, also one of the same aliases used by this person that Pete Williams has just pointed out may be in the United States. I've just learned that a similar sounding person with the same name and the same date of birth owns property in Florida. And was at least in the United States in the year 2002. So the information may be quite recent in terms of identifying him as either being part of some type of plot or in terms of the intelligence that said there's a need to put out this information now.
But what about his relative rank in the Al Qaida structure? Has he been previously known to be as influential or as big a fish as he seems to be now?
From what I understand, he was known as the pilot. He was known with a group of people that were connected to some radical Somalis and Yemenis, and that he was not, however, in the senior leadership of Al Qaida, but certainly somebody who had been trained as a pilot and could have been, let's say, a mid-level operative recruited by Al Qaida to carry out an operation. Look, Mohammed Atta and the others before 9/11 were not on our radar screen either. They would have been considered not even mid-level operatives for Al Qaeda before 9/11.
And while there have been arrests and detentions in this country post-September 11th, we haven't heard about that many big known Al Qaeda operatives in this country, have we?
No, in fact, if he is in this country and could be found, that would be the biggest arrest, obviously, since 9/11 of anybody connected to Al Qaeda in the United States. There may have been some surveillance, and I'm not sure. The government obviously wants to be careful about what it releases, but clearly there are roots in the United States. The only question is, and as Pete reported, is whether he's here right now. Obviously, for reasons that I'm not aware of, the FBI decided we got to make it public right now. We got to make sure the public starts looking for this man's picture so that maybe they can ID him and we can pick him up very quickly.
There has been this sense of optimism among federal law enforcement officials in recent weeks that they may have turned the corner in the battle against Al Qaeda and its ability to wage large attacks. Does this change that perception if, in fact, this man is who they believe he is and if he is in this country?
Well, certainly this is a guy that you would consider as a clone of the 9/11 conspirators in terms of somebody who may not have had a track record, who was under the radar screen, but who certainly hung around with the bad guys and you know, basically became a made member of Al Qaeda because he went to jihad camps, as we think he did. He then became a pilot. Question is he actively working for them now? He may have severed his relationship. On the other hand, for various reasons, and I believe it must be recent U.S. intelligence just acquired by the CIA, relayed to the FBI, suggesting that this guy is still connected to Al Qaeda and may be planning or involved in some type of plot against the United States.
And the word is be on the lookout. Adnan Shukrijumah is the man that the FBI now looking for. Steve Emerson, thanks for coming in, sharing your expertise. Let's go back now to Brian in Kuwait City. Brian?